Hello, you guys. Welcome. It is me, Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. Welcome to this video. Today we are talking about the North Node and the South Node. It's going to enter the sign Pisces and Virgo. It's going to be an axis, so we're going to talk about both energy today. It is a real treat. The North Node and South Node, we're going to talk about what does that mean? What is the North Node? What is the South Node? Why do we even have them? Why do they even exist? I'm going to talk about how it's going to affect you individually. Of course, we have horoscopes. Of course, we have tarot. I'm also going to talk about how it affects the collective, okay? Now, warning, this is different. If you're someone who always watches horoscope videos, this is a little bit different because we're talking about an axis, both signs at the same time. So I'm going to be doing two signs when I do the horoscopes, okay? Now I'm going to pull tarot cards individually for each sign. However, the horoscopes are going to be relating to both signs at the same time. However, before we get into that, let's get into the collective. Let's get into the collective energy, and let's get into the explanation of what this means and how it's going to affect us all. But before we get into that, please do your due diligence and like this video. Come on, you guys, help me out. This is a very small community that I have here, and it will really help me out so much if you liked and even subscribe and throw some comments down there, okay? Just throw some emojis or just say what you enjoyed or what you dislike. You know, criticism out of love always helps me out. Also, before I get into the video, I do want to mention that I'm going to have a video connected to this video. I have a community. It is just $5 a month, and this video is going to talk about how the North Node and the South Node, if it touches any planets in your chart, how it will affect you. It'll be a little more detailed, too detailed for YouTube, but not detailed enough if you are really into astrology and you want more. So go ahead and click the link in the bio, and then you can get more information on the North Node and South Node. Also, if you're like, I don't want to pay anything, well, guess what? I have a free newsletter that you can join. I give the weekly horoscopes, and sometimes I throw in a little extra treats in there, okay? So go ahead and sign up for that. That is completely free, and let's get on to the video. Today, we are going to talk about the nodes changing signs. Currently, the South Node is in the sign Libra. The North Node is in the sign Aries, and they are going to retrograde because they move backwards into the sign Pisces and Virgo. The North Node will be entering Pisces and the South Node will be entering Virgo. This is going to happen January 12th, 2025 when the nodes will change, and they will stay in these placements until July 26, 2026 when they will go into Leo and Aquarius. The nodes are the 2 points, north and south, and they really involve the moon and what the moon is doing. They're really referred to as the moon nodes. The nodes represent karmic experiences, bridging together the past and the future. They're not actually bodies, you know, like Mars and Venus and Mercury, but they are places where the sun and the moon and the earth will intersect, allowing for our annual eclipses. And they gradually move backwards into the zodiac while the other planets move forward, drawing us to consider the fate of mankind in the process. I always find that the planets that retrograde the most are really like the deepest and a more transformative energies of the sky. And the nodes are our evolutionary guides. When the planets align with the nodes of the moon, they can describe trends, values, and events that can lead to far-reaching effects. So let me tell you about the North Node. The North Node is also called the head of the dragon, the Rahu. It's about new lessons, new energy. It brings new direction with the zodiac theme. It's things that we are learning, things that we are excited about. And you may overdo the learning experience. However, it brings growth. You may not have free will because this is somewhat of your destiny, what you're meant to do. And usually we are making choices based off of our instincts, and it's leading us towards what the North Node is heading us towards to do in our lifetime and within this year. But the North Node is dealing with fear because you're dealing with something that is new. It is what we're expanding on and developing and learning. It often incites into our passions and our talents, growth, and what you need to access in order to reach your fullest potential. When you're looking at your birth chart and you're looking at your North Node, this is about your destiny, your life's path, and evolution. It is really describing what you're meant to do in this lifetime. And the qualities of the North Node feels unfamiliar because it's something new, something you haven't developed yet. But it's very crucial for fulfillment and very crucial for our development. So to wrap it all up, the North Node is like our life purpose, our destiny. It's going to bring growth, and anytime you have growth, there's newness and there's changes and there's development, which can bring a challenge. And also there's lessons of evolution. So now we have the South Node, okay? And I want you to understand that they are on the same axis. So the North Node is going to be opposing the South Node, regardless of what else is going on in the vibe in the sky, okay? And they are on the axis. So wherever they are in the sky, they are sitting on this path that is going to be in complete opposite of each other. So now we have the South Node. And the South Node is basically the opposite of the North Node. The South Node represents the tail of the dragon, and it's about lessons and wisdom, baggage that we were already born with. Sometimes a lot of people believe that the South Node represents our past lives, who you were, what you've already learned, what your soul left off with. South Node represents your mastered skill, while the North Node is a skill that you are learning and developing, where you've overdone something very well, like it's naturally good, it's a natural gift or talent, and you feel very comfortable here. It's home because there is this innate mastery of what you've already developed. The South Node is also about a completion and releasing and letting go. It's gifts from your past. It's where you need to break free from because you're too comfortable here. It's dealing with some shadow energy, expired energy, things that need to be diminished is in that South Node. It's also the wise old man, like it's something that you have this wisdom already. It's repeated experiences. Sometimes people are stuck in that South Node and they need to purge and cleanse the South Node energy. It's also repeating past cycles. You're constantly repeating the cycles of the South Node. It may cause some confusion or dissatisfied energy. It's old baggage and it's dead weight as well. The South Node is where you've been. It's ingrained patterns. It's ease, it's our security, it's overused patterns, and they are things that we are attached to, our attachments. So to sum it all up, the South Node represents past experiences, ingrained tendencies. It's where we feel comfortable. It brings ease. And the South Node represents letting go and moving forward. Now, because they're on the axis, right, there is this energy of bringing a balance to the South and North Node. The South and North Node are always opposite signs in the houses, and they highlight this balance. Growth occurs when you integrate both of them, the foundation of the North Node and the foundation of the South Node. The South Node serves as a foundation to support your journey into what lessons you've already learned into the future of the North Node. Now, when we get into the horoscopes, you have to understand that I have to do it on the axis. So I will be talking about two signs at the same time because we are dealing with the axis, the North Node and the South Node, and it's going to play both parts and affect you equally. I hope that makes sense. But we'll get into the horoscopes a little bit later. Now that you have what the North Node represents by itself, and now you understand what the South Node represents by itself, what does it mean now that the North Node is going to enter in a sign of Pisces? Pisces is a very spiritual sign. It is the last sign of the zodiac, so it represents some wisdom too as well. It's spiritual. It's very open. It believes in oneness. It's about the unknown, addictions, secrecy, darkness. There's also a sense of insecurity. Pisces, in a positive light, it's about spirituality and really using your intuition. It's about compassion and empathy because it is about that oneness. There's a lot of creativity and a lot of using your dreams. It's not very wordy, Pisces. It's all about the feeling. It is the last water sign as well. So since it is a water sign and it's very feminine, it's a very internal, emotional, sensitive energy. So when you have Pisces, you want to release control. It's all about healing and releasing. There's unity humility, surrendering and trusting, having faith in God, in spirituality, in the emotions, in the feelings. There's also lack of boundaries with Pisces, okay? Because it is involving this oneness. It is the last water sign. There is no boundaries when it comes to Pisces themes. And these are things that we are looking forward to when you have the North Node in Pisces. A lot of compassion, a lot of love, a lot of insecurities coming our way for our future, and a lot of tapping into our intuition and spirituality. When you have the South Node entering the sign Virgo, which is the complete opposite of Pisces, but they do have this element that are very similar. Like both Virgo and Pisces are very selfless, okay? They're going to sacrifice a lot of energy in helping others. And they're both healers. At the same time, Virgo is a perfectionist. It wants everything to be perfect. There's a lot of focusing on the detail. There is work and service when you have Virgo energy. And now the South Node is saying to release that. So release working a lot, release on being perfect, release on the details, let go of the details, balance your work and rest. And Pisces, if I didn't say, it's about rest and sleep as well. Release over focus on details, reduce micromanagement, release overthinking, healing from judgment. I find that Virgo, because it wants the details and it wants everything perfect and it wants to focus on the plan, it starts to judge and criticize, and it's about releasing that energy. And a Virgo, because it's a perfectionist and it's so focused on the details, there's a lot of worry and anxiety, and now it's time to release that energy. Now Pisces on that same axis gives you the energy of worrying too, so you need to find a balance and really tap into your intuition when that worry and anxiety starts to step up. Release the attachment of fixing things. Virgo is very service orientated and it wants to fix the situation and solve the problem, where Pisces is all about using your feelings and intuition to solve the problem and to stem out of love. It's time to detach from over logical thinking. Also, Virgo is really health obsessive, okay? It really wants to focus on how the health is and improving your health. And now it's like, release the physical energy of health and really tap into the spirituality of health. It's about trusting what is unseen, trusting the non-tangible items of the world, of the universe. Virgo's sense of duty can lead to a feeling of guilt when things don't go as planned. And it's about releasing that and trusting the unseen. For the collective, there is going to be a shift in priorities because now the nodes have completely changed into zodiac signs as of January. Society as a whole is going to be focused more on healing, artistic expression, and compassion. There may be a focus more on emotional and spiritual needs over the material and practical concerns. Healing systems are going to change. People probably will be like, it's very outdated to go to the doctor and get these tangible results, and it might be going off of just of like how you're feeling and what your gut is telling you to do in order to heal. Pisces is water. Pisces governs the ocean, and there may be more energies focusing on our water system and our natural water body of water, the ocean. Leadership may have some compassion around the world. People will be more compassionate regarding wars and what's going on with conflicts. Dissolving divisions. There is a lot of division currently right now. And when you have the North Node entering Pisces, now it's like, let's make this division stop. Let's stop having these boundaries and limit ourselves into the way we think and the way we are. As a collective, let's reevaluate our work and service. Workplace may shift and become more flexible because we are dealing with mutable signs too. So the energy will be more mutable, more flexible, more adaptable, more about change. I think that there may be some more advancement in holistic healing, awakening of collective dreams. The collective can have a shared vision. The mystical and the unseen, there will be more of a curiosity about UFOs and space and things that are beyond this world, even the feeling of the mystical energy. And we will be, as a collective, breaking free from rigid systems. Virgo influence over-reliance on rigid, overly detailed systems in industry like education may change. Healthcare, again, I believe will have a change. Any governance that could be feeling limiting, because Pisces wants no boundaries. The collective will be letting go of being perfect. Let's see how America handles that. I feel like America has this ideology or this image of being perfect, and that might be released while the North Node is in the sign Pisces. While we are experiencing this access, everyone needs to have the energy of letting go and tapping more into their spirituality, focusing on their dreams, focusing on things that are not as tangible. Learn to let go of perfectionism, being perfect, practice compassion, and find a balance between logic and intuition. A great affirmation for this transit is, I release the need for control and perfection. I open my heart to creativity, compassion, and divine flow. Now let me pull a tarot for the North Node and South Node transit. And we have the Empress in reverse. This is all about not focusing on self-care, but focusing on compassion and self-care of the world, not just of the self. So all this self-care energy will be more about the world and the collective, the caring of the world, oneness. And also we have justice. There needs to be a focus on balancing the energy. This is all about Libra, and it's in reverse, and there is no balance when it's in reverse. So there needs to be a focus on balancing both. Focus on the details of things and focusing on just the feelings and what is your intuition saying, okay? What do you need to release and let God? And lastly, all of these cards are in reverse. We have the Strength card in reverse. And the Strength card in reverse is talking about, it's a Leo energy, and it's a very fixed energy, and it's very stubborn. Also, it is also having courage from within. So people during this transit need to practice some inner courage. People within this transit need to practice some inner compassion. Also with this transit, with this ingress happening with the North and South Node, there needs to be lack of conflict. Okay, it's not about the fighting, it's more about the love and self-love. When you practice self-love, it comes out outwardly, and then that self-love starts to develop to outward love. Now let's do the horoscopes for the North and South Node. So I'm going to do 2 zodiac signs at the same time because there is an access that they are sharing, okay? And this will apply, the reading for the horoscope will apply for both signs. I will then pull tarot cards for each sign individually, okay? Because everyone wants to feel special. North Node in Pisces shows where you're meant to grow, your dreams, and embrace your spiritual practices, where the South Node in Virgo is going to highlight the tendencies that you need to release, especially where you may be focused on the details in that particular house, or controlling that particular house, or the routines and the health of that house, okay? Now, get ready, okay? So the first group that I'm going to do is going to be the Aries and Libras, okay? Hello, all my Aries risings and Libra risings and Libra placements. Aries and Libras, here we go. We are dealing with the 12th and 6th house access for you guys, or the 6th or 12th house, okay? For Aries, the 12th will be the North Node, and the 6th will be the South Node. The focus for you guys is going to be spirituality, solitude, and emotional healing. That will be the focus, and it's also about overworking and excess focus and daily routines and health. And it's your time to get rid of service is also going to be a part of this, and isolation and avoidance and escapism also are going to be the themes here, okay? It's your time to get rid of rigid schedules and embrace spiritual practices, prioritize rest, meditation, and inner peace, seek fulfillment and connection with your higher self rather than trying to control the aspect of your day-to-day life. Dedicate yourself to creating structure and purpose in your daily life. That could be happening, and focus on physical and emotional well-being and things that you tend to hide or avoid, any type of responsibilities. Now it's time to step up. For also what we have for you guys. Anyway, this transit is the power to throw someone into physical or spiritual crisis. and sometimes both. Everything from physical illness could be a thing, a massive change in routine that's beyond your control, a spiritual awakening, major endings and losses. There could be a shift in your work, and it could be aligning you more to what you are meant to do in this lifetime. On a more mundane level, karmic developments including pets and farm animals, caring for the sick may have to be stepped up or may be required for you, or new work related to projects that may alter your life's path. So get ready to focus on work, get ready being of service of others, be ready to sacrifice within this energy, okay? And for Aries, we have that there is going to be a transition both spiritually and mentally. And for all my Libras, you're on higher ground here, and you are someone who is getting ready. The world is at your oyster, okay? The world is at your fingertips. You are actually gathering information. You'll be focused more on the details here, even though I know we are to release some details, but there will be some details that I feel like that you will be paying attention to. So it's like opposite for you, and at the same time, it's the same, okay? So there's some details that you do need to release, and then at the same time, there's some details that you should be focusing on, okay? Yes, that is what we have for you guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Taurus, Taurus and Scorpios. This is happening in your 11th and 5th house. This is all about community, collective dreams and friendship, also creativity, romance, and self-expression. There's this energy of over-identifying with a personal creative project, or maybe you are so into some romance and it could be causing some drama. Maybe you are over-relying with a group or a collective. This is also the energy of focusing, and there's a lot of themes of the future and technology and communications. At the same time, children could be a big deal for you guys. This is the placement that you could be dealing with pregnancy if you are going to be pregnant. Also, if you are a grandmother or a grandfather, that could be happening new for you with this placement, okay? You're being called to align with like-minded groups, or you could be contributing to a greater good for a humanitarian energy. Let go of needing constant validation for your individual talents. This could be an energy of you not being on stage. Like, stop saying, look at me, look at me. That could be happening. Or you could be like, everyone look at me. There could be that energy happening, and finding joy with some shared goals, or finding joy from within and what truly makes you happy. Because we're dealing with an access, that's why I'm giving you both of what's going on here, okay? You could be really into your passions and your unique talents, and you're in front of a crowd, you are on stage. That could be happening to you, or focusing on expressing your individuality and what makes you truly have fun. Now, with this, faded new developments and potential for turbulence in friendships and groups could be happening for you. Relationships may occur under this influence. Group relationships may occur under this influence. You may be joining a group, or you may be releasing a group, okay? I've also seen, pregnancies. I've just witnessed this, and I have a twin brother too. Pregnancies are really huge with this placement, okay? Especially with women, especially if you are going through reproductive years. Okay, so get ready for that. This may also turn your relationship with your children completely upside down and lead you to new karmic stage in your connection with your children. So anything dealing with romance with this transit may not last. I just want you to be aware, okay? So now let me pull a card for all my Taurus first. For you guys, this is about starting something new. You're going to be the boss. You're going to be a leader. And it's very important for you to set some boundaries. Now, even though we are coming with Pisces that is dissolving boundaries, Emperor is going to be like, no, this is what we need to do. It's very brave energy, okay? Now, for all my Scorpios, this is the energy of something of the past, and it makes me think of children, Scorpio. But there's something from the past that is going to be very important. It makes me think of that South Node, the 11th house. Really like having some childlike fun and really expressing yourself through the sense of being a child. It's something nostalgia, and it's repeating. The the South Node is going to be a constant cycle for you. Okay, repeated things are coming from the past for you. Okay, that is what we have. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, now we are doing my Gemini and Sagittarius risings, and this is happening in your 10th and 4th house, or your 4th or 10th house. Okay, it's the same axis, and big moves and twists of fate when it comes to your career and your home life are going to happen. Often this can lead to major career developments, both growth and losses. Okay, positive and negative, but there will be a transition of some sort within your home or within your career, both at work, and it is often tied to literal change in location that could be happening within your living situation that you've grown quite comfortable with. And now it's time to release where you live. Okay, move from this toxic home life, or move from where you overstayed your welcome, or move from a location that is very different from what you're used to. Okay, let me see what else I have for you, my Gemini and Sagittarius. There is a big thing with career, public image, and your life purpose. Themes of mom, themes of family, women, and emotional foundations. You can over-identify with a career or public role. Your comfort zones are tied to your family and your home life, and it's time to release that. It's time to step out of the domestic home, or you keep living in the past, and now it's time to look in a bigger picture when it comes to your career and your comfort. There is ancestry also tied to this, so something from ancestry could be coming, and there needs to be a release from that. This is a period to focus on building a strong personal foundation, nurturing your family ties, and letting go of overworking your professional life. Focusing on your family and releasing work are the opposite. Focusing on work and releasing your family. Okay, now Geminis, for you guys, we have the 7 of Swords in reverse here, and with this card you get the energy of you are finally free. This transit is going to make you mentally be free, and there are no boundaries, so it's very Pisces focused energy. Okay, and it could be in regards to your work now, or your public image, and who you what you look like, how you are coming across to the world. Okay, now for all my Sagittarius, we have the 9 of Cups in reverse, and this is someone who's very boastful and is very proud of everything that they have, and I feel like this year is going to bring a lot of humble energy for you. And with the 9 of Cups, the Cups is very emotional, and Pisces is very emotional and sensitive. And it's almost like you're releasing all those things that you're like, everyone look at me, and maybe these emotional, tangible items will bring you something. And now there is a releasing of that. It makes me think of a home. Physically, are things that make you feel comfortable, and now you are releasing that. There's no more emotional ties to those things. Okay, that is what we have for you. I guys hope you enjoy. Come back and see if it resonated for you as the year starts to end. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, now we are doing my Cancers and Capricorns. Hello. We are dealing with the 9th and 3rd house transit for you guys. And with the 9th and 3rd house, this is all about travel and foreign lands and massive shifts in your perspectives. Okay, so higher learning for sure, communication, big, and publishing and writing a small book and publishing it. This is big, right? Fated occurrences related to vehicles, your neighbors, your community, your sibling, short travel on both ends, short travel and long travel. These are going to be the big themes. Okay, siblings, extended family, education, beginning education and higher education. There's also a legal system here that is under this influence, so there could be something dealing with law for you guys. Big moves can be made in the in writing and any form of communication. Also, there's teaching here, so let's see if you become a teacher or you decide to teach a class online. That could be happening. New teachers or old ones in a new form may show up to throw you in a brand new direction mentally. Teachers across the board, whether you are learning something, are going to be dealing with you. And philosophy and spirituality is huge, especially with the Pisces element added with that 9th house element. Okay, we have the Chariot in reverse, and this is usually the Cancer sign, and this is someone of the past, and you are not living in the past anymore, you're moving forward. It makes me think that you are really going to change your philosophies in the future, and there's something new developing for you. You are stepping out of your comfort zone and moving into the future, and that is for my that is for my that is for my Cancers. Ooh, Cancers in reverse. Yeah, you guys are really going to be doing something different. People are like, this is not how you normally are. Yeah, it makes me think you're going to be traveling for real. And for my Capricorns, this is all about money. Yeah, a very tangible item. It's the last of the tangible physical energy, and it makes me think, I think that you're going to get some tangible results if you decide to move forward in this Pisces energy in regards to your neighborhood, your community, or your siblings, or learning something new for the first time. Is going to bring you some financial results, okay? That is what I have for you. I know Capricorns really like that. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, this is for all my Leos and Aquarius, and this access is going to be on the 8th and 2nd house. Access, okay, major money things here, okay, so fated new occurrences and potential turbulence related to personal and joint finances. One can anticipate anything that's huge, increases as far as wealth, through personal gain or through outside sources, or massive financial loss, depending on the personal significance tied to the houses. Sometimes, but not always, there could be death as a major theme. Okay, so with this theme, 8th house can bring some death, okay, ending of some sort, or like a rebirth of some sort. Also, there is a lot of money with this placement, okay? So when you're talking about money, it's joint ventures, taxes, inheritances, money that you share together, or just what you deem valuable, okay? The 2nd house is a lot of self-worth energy. So there is going to be something dealing with your self-worth, and also psychology and transformation and deep emotional healing. All is involved with this energy. So let's see what happens. Money is going to play a big part, though. That is definitely what's going to happen. And then also with the money, and it could be good or bad transformation. There is some transformation outside of that, like psychological transformation. There's healing. There's a rebirth. There's getting into the deepness of things, and purging and having a cleanse for sure. Okay. Now, for all my Leo risings, there is a new love, and I find that this is the Ace of Cups here, this card. And with this card, with the Ace of Cups, makes me think you're really going to be into your intuition and loving yourself, and there will be some healing involved for you. That's a lot of water. So Pisces energies is going to make your cup runneth over. So I find that you guys are really going to be sensitive and really deep into some emotional healing here. Now, for all my Aquarius rising, we have the Hierophant in reverse. This is the number 5, so there is some change and conflict that will be coming your way. Hierophant in reverse makes me think that this is someone who is not going to be focused on the traditions. And if there is some finances happening, it's not going to be done in a traditional way. You're going to be doing things one way, and it's like, no, we're not conforming. We're not doing what we used to do. There needs to be a release of that, okay? Yeah, so watch out for that. I think that there is something new, something that's kind of out of the box, something that's not traditional that's coming your way. And it could be dealing with finances, or it could be dealing with all these things, how you express your self-worth, and how you share your finances, okay? Yes, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Virgo and Pisces risings. This is for you. This access is dealing with your 1st and 7th house. This is really important to you in regards to yourself and relationships. Major change in direction impacting all areas of your life is going to be huge for you. This is a period when the life may be turned completely upside down in pursuit to brand new paths, such as your personal goals, your goals, and how you come across to the world. Things that are really focused on I is going to be really big for you guys, okay? And also, there could be a huge change within a relationship. This could be a partner, a coworker, or anyone that you have to work with that is dual, okay? 2 people. For example, like a therapist And also, for example, a business partner or a loved one or a husband or a boyfriend. Okay, long-term partnerships, there is going to be some type of change here. Yeah. Or you can have a new relationship, and this might be a karmic relationship coming up, and it's meant to happen. Or there could be a releasing of a relationship, okay? Yeah, get ready. Or maybe you can have both. A releasing of a relationship and a new relationship happening for you, okay? Partnerships, relationships, collaboration. You're talking about art. You're talking about aesthetics. You're talking about fashion. You're talking about beauty. You're talking about harmony and balance and law too. All that is going to play a part. Now, as far as the first house, it's all about personal growth, identity, self-expression, and really about the I. So there's going to be a huge focus on these two themes, and there's going to be a change with these themes, okay? Now, as far as Virgos, it says here that this usually means transformation, and it makes me think that won't be a transformation. It's almost like you're stuck. Be aware of that, Virgos, because this is the North Node. It's coming in your rising sign, and this is something you're supposed to be releasing. And either you're not going to release it, or you really, really need to cleanse the energy, okay? And it's more internal, and it's more about the self, not about what others need to change, more about what you need to change, okay? Far as my Pisces, we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Pisces, you also are having this North Node hit your rising sign, okay? And this is going to affect you, Pisces, in regards to your intuition. It's like you're like, like I'm so intuitive. There's extra power, and maybe you'll be going overboard with your emotions, or you're extra sensitive, okay? Just be aware of the extra sensitivity. Just be aware of the emotional immaturity that could be happening, because you could be just doing too much, okay? Just too sensitive, too empathetic, too open. So it's positive because it is something that you need to do in this lifetime. However, you don't want to go overboard, okay? Yes, that is what we have. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you stayed to the end and watched all the horoscopes because you're just nosy, please put a emoji down. What emoji? We should do like the Saturn emoji, okay? Put the Saturn down. And yes, I will see you guys next time. Bye.